This is DC Danton Crow Crusader. About a half an hour before we came out here. It's about 1:30, 2 in the afternoon on Sunday. But about half an hour before that, I saw a lot of birds here fly up in the air. In the new apartment, I have a really bird's eye view, excuse the pun, of this shopping center from the opposite side. But I can still see when the birds are disturbed on the field here, when they fly up in the air suddenly. That means they've been disturbed. So obviously someone disturbed them. Brian's out looking for Charlie, and it's very nice. It's warmed up quite considerably. I would say it's like 6 degrees Celsius, which is really the warmest day we've had in a very long time. And yeah, it's very, very, very nice. I believe there's snow moving in next week, but it may not get that cold. It may rain. They're very anxious. Look at our little seagulls here. Aren't they beautiful? The giant alpha male gull is here. I keep promising to find out the different types of species, and I will do that. That's on my schedule for today. You can hear them. You can see them. It's quite amazing. So, evidently I didn't get all the bread. Usually I put it in little pieces, but I guess there was some stuck at the bottom here. A lot of times they take the whole bread and then fly away. You see, there's no crows. I count 1. There's some pigeons on the Church of Latter-day Saints. 2 crows. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 crows. That's it, YouTubers. Anyway, the alpha male, he's tagged. This particular seagull has a metal band around his leg, so he's being tracked. You see, the seagulls are very nervous. It's not a smaller group that's here. But this giant alpha gull, I'll have to get you his species because he's the only one here. He had a partner, but I haven't seen her in 2 weeks. And maybe something happened to her. That's the thing. She also was tagged, but I haven't seen her. Obviously something scared the birds here. I'm throwing down a couple of grain balls for them. They love them. But this giant alpha male giant seagull, he always grabs one of these balls here. You see this? And he lets out a scream like a banshee, and then he gets himself a ball and then he flies away. Everybody loves these balls here. There's a little crow that turned up. He also wants it. Looks like he's holding his own. I will put out some peanuts for them. But you see, they're very nervous if I walk through here. Before I could walk right through the middle of them. I walk very slowly and no problem. But you see, today they're very scared. Yesterday, a little boy rode his bicycle through the field while they were feeding. He just wasn't thinking. He didn't really mean it to be bad. He just did it. His mom was on the phone, and you know how those things go. So I went and said, I'm sorry for having to scream at you like that. And he was okay with that, and his mom was okay. I didn't really scream at him. But I did say, das ist verboten. That means it's forbidden. And he, you know, I guess he's not used to strangers talking to him like that. I went over and smoothed things out and said, you know, explained why. And he understood. And I don't think he'll ever do it again. But that's how the children learn. It's not just, you know, reprimanding them, but it's also explaining why they can't do certain things so they understand. And putting a positive spin on it in a good way. Anyway, let's see what else I have here. Obviously, I have the peanuts and a couple of walnuts and some peanuts, which the crows love. Ooh, see, I dropped the bag and you see what happens. All the birds fly away. They're just like, I don't know, they have PTSD, okay, from all these people here. I met a young woman yesterday who kept insisting that it's illegal to feed birds. And when I kept telling her, giving her websites and different organizations to go to, she just, you know, absolutely just refused. She's a young person who's internet savvy, don't understand it. We did have a man come on the field right after the birds were pretty much done feeding, but he stood in the middle of the field to make sure the birds couldn't come and finish their feeding. I don't know, he looked like that politician from the Christian Democrat Party who assaulted me and my husband the other day here and said terrible things about the birds. The Christian Democrat Party in Switzerland should be ashamed of themselves with an attitude like that against wild birds. Wow, what does the Christian stand for? Okay, because that is not very Christian, is it? So, look at them. Wow. We have a couple of this. This is also a different species of gull. Oh, one attacked the other here. If you see that? Wow. Didn't want the other bird honing in on its seed ball. Anyway, you see how nervous they are. And of course the cars drive and they gas it like that to make noise, so it scares the birds. I don't know. There's a lot of ignorant people here. They say, you know, having spent many decades living in California, in the Bay Area, in San Francisco Bay Area, I don't know. I learned a lot about, you know, tolerance and, you know, living among different cultures and people and ethnic groups, and also appreciation for the environment. A lot of people are very involved in environmental issues, global warming, and also animal issues. They're a big theme in the state of California. So, obviously, I come here, and this is just, you know, say village of the damned. That's all I can say. When it comes to animals, okay, but they're even not so obviously not even friendly to each other, and don't help each other. I can't tell you how many times I've you know, helped people, elderly people walking on the street with packages who can't had trouble, you know, getting home, and giving them a lift and walk the packages to their front door. I can't tell you how many times I've been invited for coffee and cake, you know, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's a huge problem. Here we see beautiful gulls here. We seed gulls. This is a different type of gull. You can see them right there. Of course, people walking by, I don't want to get them in my video. So, yeah. But anyway, we'll see. Of course, they don't like that. I was hoping that coming at this time that I wouldn't have so many people taking walks. But I guess they're had lunch early and they're out early. So anyway, after I'm done feeding here, I will take a drive up to the terrace here and see if I can locate Charlie. I'm not sure if Bryant was successful. Even though the group of gulls is smaller than this morning, it's still too many. So we'll see what happens. But you see how they love the seed balls. They can't really eat the peanuts in the shell. That's very difficult for them. But some of them try because they're so hungry. Anyway, a good tip from a person who came on the field this morning with the dog, which she was very friendly and loved the birds, that she's seen her dog is constantly sniffing out places where she thinks people are throwing food down. And one of them is near this sign where the flags are, and that historically has been a poisoning